Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Stellaris. So last episode we managed to defeat the Kenjodan hegemony and turn them into our not quite loyal vassals, but eventually they will see the light and they will stop presenting us. And then we can integrate them just like we started doing with the Hulfir. It's going to be another 150 months, so that's more than 10 years. But no, since the start of the series already close to 40 years have passed. So no, another 10 years is not too big a deal. We actually lost our first leader as well during previous episodes. So a lot of things happened. So let's see if we can recover a bit from all that eventfulness. So our first armada is currently retreating for some needed repairs. And we currently are using up way more energy than we ought to. So let's have a look if we can do something with that. Also, we have edicts. That's something I'm completely overlooking. You can issue edicts on a per planet basis. And things, migration attraction. But we don't really have a free migration, so that's not going to work. But generating 15% more energy credits, that's pretty good. All at the price of some influence. Lower construction costs and faster building. And social engineering to lower ethics divergence. So I wonder if this helps to spawn pops that are not as ethically divergent as you might expect. So currently we are producing 9. So if we would do the capacity overload for the next 10 years, that's going to generate 15% more. So that's basically going to give us 1.5 credits extra for a very long while. So that might not be a bad idea. Let's have a look if we can optimize things a bit further, or if we already are doing that. We can actually upgrade one of our science labs to bioengineering labs. Yeah, we're not looking at that actually. So science is science. This is all science. This is basically a science planet at this point. So 9 power, we'll keep it in mind. Let's see, next one. Also plus 9. But we still have room to grow, and we should. So for now I'm going to declare this to be a capacity overload. We already produced 9, and we're going to build a couple more power plants, so that's easily going to be 15 or 16. So the overload, definitely useful. Oh, click, and it's done. There's no confirmation box or anything. Thank you for doing business. You built up a power plant. We probably should research the power plant too. That sounds like a pretty good deal at this point. Also, we have some space that we can clear up. That's going to cost us resources. That might not be entirely what we want. We have 3 places that we can clear up after this. So that's going to be good. So how are we? We are generating a huge boatload of minerals. So we might as well move some of our current pops over there to just work in the power plants after they are done being built. And then as we expand, we will get more minerals and things back. Yes, I think I like this better. We have a huge surplus and we generate a lot more, and power is really what we need. So that solves it. Let's see, how is this planet going? Now we're going over it, might as well just review everything again. So we are currently expanding here. You are ethically good. No divergence, that's all very good. It's unfortunate that there's not a list of pops that you can just have a look at. At least I haven't spotted it in the overview lists up there. So I think we're just ethically pure. That's good. Here we build a power plant. How are we in terms of power? Wow, plus 15. We'll also do a capacity overload edict here. So that should, for the foreseeable future, fix our power problems. And we'll build one as well for future pops. Index refuge, we have no more space to expand, and that's it for now. Here we are slowly expanding. How are you doing? You are ethically good. You have good ethics. Also, we will need eventually to clear this one if we want to expand fully. Build you a mineral silo. Oh, not a silo. I was looking for. Oh, this is still basic. I'll just ignore it for now. Hey.
System survey.
Space cows. Yeah, they're not gonna do anything. We are too powerful.
Colony established.
Colony established. Excellent. We now have 6 out of 5, so we are above our limit. So that means we gain less influence every month, and we gain less credits every month. Our bureaucratic system limits how many planets we can control directly with full efficiency. This limit can be increased by technology, buildings, and some government forms. Okay. So I remember seeing something about establishing sectors that you can just assign a governor to. For now, let's, on the new planet that we just conquered, let's have a look. How is this planet? There's no special modifiers. It's a Gaia planet, size 17. Some good stuff. I don't think the Gaia does actually anything, does it? It's an ideal temperate world with a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere and a resilient ecosystem. Optimal conditions for all known higher forms of life at different latitudes. Wow, oh, 100% habitability. So this is just perfect from that point of view. Let's see. Do we have a leader we can snatch? Let's see, Frisky, you are governing on Atnar. We are done building, so we're gonna move you. Yep. Hello there. So people are a bit more happy. Construction time is less, blocker clear time is less, and building cost is less. That's good. So we can set up our frontier farm. Build frontier clinic, I'm sorry. It's not a farm, it's a clinic, but potatoes, potatoes. Then we'll deal with that later. Okay, so let's have a look at this this sector system. Create new sector. We have a limit of 3 right now. And if we get more planets, we can just assign more. Okay, that's fair. So I'm thinking that down here we just create a new sector that we assign all the planets to. And then we can assign a series. And system is not a neighbor of this sector. Ah, Ukbat, Rabinor, Vastum. Oh wow, we can also assign all the planets that are not really part of it yet. That's pretty cool. And we haven't settled outside of here, but this way we can assign everything here, and then the AI is just going to manage this for us. As far as I understand. Finish. Okay. So we should assign a leader to the entire sector. This is the one we are developing, so it's not a bad deal to move Frisky to be our sector governor rather than a planetary governor. That way we get a bonus that just applies everywhere. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so respect tile resources, that way they will just plop down things that are there. You can also say to allow redevelopment, so that will replace the buildings I've placed with other ones. I think they will still do upgrades, but they won't interfere with things. That's good, though suddenly they won't decide to turn energy worlds into research world and tanking my energy credits, which is good. We can set a focus. So military focus, they will build defensive stations, generate minerals and energy credits needed to build and maintain them. Industrial, so they'll generate minerals. Research or financial will create energies, credits. So sector contribution, currently they give us 50% of their monthly production and everything else they keep. And they'll use it for themselves. And if you click it, you can say 0, 25, 50, 75. Or you can say, well, keep everything. And then you can focus on internal growth. The interesting bit is that if we take more, they don't even have enough to maintain themselves right now. But luckily we can say, well, here, send some energy credits. And we can take some of ours. And we are growing currently because, well, they are exporting. We see how it works. Sector income, negative 175. So if we say we don't allow them to contribute, then we get maximum income. If we say we want 75, they're at negative 2, and we lose. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. That's very close. For now, let's set it 50-50, and then we give them some energy, and we give them a bunch of minerals. So we'll give them 500. Well, actually, we'll give them another 1,000. So that way they have 1,000 minerals to spend, and they get 10 a month. So they can grow, and they can do some stuff that needs doing. And at this point, we are no longer able to directly build things on planets down there. That's all gonna happen for us. Also, the good thing is, because Ovastium has been settled, we can take our very nice constructor. Also, Eval is now within our system. Also, Ovastium is within our system. I think we can still say, here, build a mining station to just do the energy mining. So we can build things in space, but we just can't manage the planets directly. And I think if we go here, so it's the Governor Frisky is ruling the sector. And we cannot build things ourselves because the governor is going to do that for us. And no, probably the governor is going to micromanage this a lot better than we would. We can still say to build a spaceport, which is good. Because spaceports, they boost the size of our navy. So we want spaceports on all of our planets, basically. Okay, so we're just gonna give our constructor the option to build mining stations everywhere to just get energy. Also, there is something to research there. Okay, and that for now should take care of things. Our fleet is still returning. It's been talking and managing and just being a bureaucrat for a good 15 minutes now. Let's think about our military, send them back.
Hostile fleet detected.
Oh no, say it ain't so. Oh, the whole fear are building wormholes, because otherwise they can't move through our space. Interesting. I wonder if we integrate them, if we get access to their tech as well. Let's see, Asterope has been fully surveyed. Inactive buildings, where is that? Ah, because we were building in advance. That's okay. New contact! We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire. They call themselves the Vival's Alliance realms. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of another empire we are in contact with. More of those peeping toms. Greetings from the Quivil's allied realms. We are a democratic nation, committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens. Our elected leader, President Hector, hopes for a long and productive relationship with your people. We will fight you, because you sound like hippies. Where are the hippies? All the way over there. So we are slowly learning of all the other races out in space. So this is a yellow one. It's potentially habitable, and from the looks of it we actually can just go there, because if you select it, the colonize button actually says it can be colonized. So we colonize, and then ooh, this is interesting. If we set up here, then we boost all these 3 adjacent tiles, and after we clear out the dense jungle when we learn it, we can improve that one as well. Alternatively, we can set up here, and we can assign other things nearby. Now, for now, let's do that. Okay. The Quaverwork has declared unidentified empire and their rival. Hey. Okay, so let's have a look. We're getting a lot of. We actually have a scroll bar that almost works now. So Holfir and Kajorans are our slaves. They are inferior but loyal, and pathetic and disloyal, but we're still working on that part because we have an embassy with them. And the Quabos, we just met them. They really don't like us. Why is that? Because they are democratic crusaders, of course they are. I knew they were hippies. They're collectivist tyrants. What does that mean? Purge policy, slavery policy, new contact. Okay, so they are equivalent in fleet power and naval capacity, but their technology is superior. I think, especially considering they are on the other side of the galaxy. Oh, we can just declare them to be our rivals. It's going to be some cheap points. They hate us already. Oh, because of the distance, we only get 0.33 with them. So anything else? We have the Quapulchik civilization. I think they were somewhere in this area. We'll have to look, see what we can do with them. Soviet Quest Republic. They are just pathetic. They obviously are just regular space hippies. I mean, spiritual pacifists. So let's see. We also declare a rivalry with them. Just again, just to get more influence, and because they are simply they're space slugs. They are not worthy warriors. There's a lot going on here with the Sintomori mandate. They are allied with the Quavos allied. They got free trade with them. They are rivals with an unidentified empire, and they've got an embassy with an unidentified empire. So this is an alliance. You attack one, you get the other. These are equivalent to us in power. They are fanatic individualist militarists. So fanatic individualists are our complete opposite. And as a result, they hate our guts. You are also rivals. Oh, we can only have 3 rivals. Okay. That's something that isn't mentioned, even though in EU4 it's also the case. Also, a lot of things have been plopping up. Rivalry. Let's end this charade. Okay. Our fleet has been repaired, that's good, and it's also in docks now, and as a result we're not paying through the nose for maintenance. So that's a good thing. The Enim system has been surveyed. How is our science going? Got Tau Ceti that has some wormholes in there. You know what? I'm gonna skip some of the investigating. I'm actually gonna go for all the events, I think. So you go do the research project. Then in the next, no, not in Europe, in Rajima, yes, here. Do another research project. Can't do it from space, can we? No. And here, a research project. Jumbla, we have a special project. Let's do that as well. No idea what it is. But if it's a special project, we must do it. Oh wait, that was the Pokemon catching. The space Pokemon. Like these little critters, alien pets. And let's have a look. Kenjor. There's a lot in Kenjor. I only think Oh, I missed Kenjor. Yeah, I only queued up a Rajima. We do not have access to the system. Wait, what? These are our vassals. Wait, what? Kajorans. There's no access. So they are disloyal, so they hate our guts, or we could gain anything. They have a lot of technology, so potentially interesting. But for now, we'll just have to loyalize them first. So we'll deal with that. We are constructing stuff. Our armada is back in base. So what's our relationship with the Terrassi Star Kingdom? They are inferior, obviously, and hostile. They also are rivals. Can we get to them? Because I saw them jump. We do not have border access. Yeah, that's not what I was asking about though. Could be from like Ulkat or from Janna. Could make the jump to Rolder. I think it's gonna be tricky. Ziris to the unidentified space is also gonna be tricky. Yeah. So going to war with them is gonna be tricky because we don't really have a reliable way of getting there. So maybe we should actually get ourselves a second space vessel or a science vessel and see if we can start scouting around our allies, because we can travel through their space. Scout this out. At the same time also go further that direction and scout that out. Also, let's create a scout fleet with just a errant class corvette. Just a single corvette. Or maybe like a single corvette has a power of 40. Let's put 5 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 200 power. Then if we encounter space cows, we can defeat them. But then we are set here. See if we can send those to spaces we haven't explored yet. So this is medium, high, medium, low intelligence. Excellent. So just pick up where we've been. And actually, we can't make the jump. Our current level of FTL is just not capable of going there. So we actually had already mostly reached the limits of where we could go. But we can send a science vessel still to just scout out these planets. And after you are done with that, we'll send you back to Sirtis just to round out the circle. And that way we only activate 5 ships rather than the entire armada. So our maintenance is going to go up less than it ought to. Also, what happened here? Or did Paltragor not join our location here? our borders expanded far enough to actually count this, and we haven't added it to our space yet. So there's the more we can do. Research stations, mining stations, and research stations over here. Mining, research, and observation post. So this is where one of the types of aliens are, and then afterwards we can go to Patragor, build a mining station, and Joomla, currently it's not in our system yet. So, okay. So if we go over here and then hit manage a sector, we can add Patragor to this, and let's add Joomla as well. Actually, there's a spaceship over the plus sign. We'll just click on the hexagon. We've received another bunch of space hippies. Oh. So we've added everything now. And once we want to remove them, we have to pay for it. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire. They call themselves the Dominion of Cyrus. They sound like nice people. Interesting. Birdies. I speak on behalf of the Dominion of Cyrus, and I come with a message for your depraved species. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, Emperor Cloudwing II, with reverence, there may yet be peace between our nations. That's our warriors salute you. They speak the language of war. I like them. The Dominion of Cyrus. They approve of our slavery policy. They don't like new things. They're xenophobes. We have mutual threats, and they don't like our purge policy. But I think we can talk with them. Send an embassy. Excellent.
Construction complete.
So I like them. They are warlike people. So currently we have reached our embassy cap, because you can only have 3 of them, and we have one with each of our vassals, as well as with the warbirds. Warbirds. Sounds funny.
Construction complete.
Also, we are done building stuff on planets. We have some buildings that are being bored, but that's okay. So we have a interesting little sector going down there, and it is actually energy positive because of all the mines we've been building here. They're generating the minerals as well. So let's have a... Can we click it to expand it? Yeah, if you click it, it will fold out. So Domox Frontier, we are currently colonizing it. That's perfectly fine. Let's see, Vinderban. That is being worked. That's okay. There's no obvious way to go back to the list. And we have Index Refuge, which of course is our capital, I think. And we are doing a pretty good job there. And also we're completely limited in how far we can grow here. Is that what the flag is for? This is the sector capital. Cool. We could move that to the Gaia planet once we develop that a bit further. Oh, cool. We have 6 pops here. Hey! These are just the standard traits. Doesn't show anything about the ethics divergence or things like that. Okay, for now, that's fine. I think for now this is fine. We're in a pretty good spot. So we got a sector up. We also have another slot for a planet that we can directly control ourselves. We still have some red planets that we can't colonize right now because they're ocean worlds and tundra worlds and arid worlds, and they are just too far away from us. But we did manage to colonize something that was a bit closer to us. Like a tropical. Wait, we can't... Oh yeah, we researched tropicals. We haven't researched oceans yet. But eventually with the right tech we can turn these red ones into yellow ones and then we can settle. But that's going to be for another time. So for now I'm going to thank you very much for watching and hope you'll join me again next time as we start to develop our lands further and explore where no wolf has gone before. Thanks for watching.